back to my channel Infinity English, and I'm here back with a new topic for the day, and today's topic is verbs. So as we all know, verb is a very common word, very common phenomena in English, so we are back with it. So let's get started. Okay, before I start, I want to make you all remind that verbs are of two types that you know, that is main verb and auxiliary verbs. Main verbs are the main action verbs, the verbs that perform any action in a sentence. On the other hand, auxiliaries are the helping verbs. We all know that, right? I will display here the same thing that I have said right now. But today we'll be saying something else regarding to that verb, right? So today we'll be talking about finite verbs and non-finite verbs. So what's that? Let us see that. We are talking about first finite verb, right? So finite verbs are those verbs that has a certain permit, that has certain contract with the particular subject of the sentence or the tone of the sentence. Now, so when I say that they have a certain contract or certain permit, that means these verbs, these finite verbs changes according to the three things in a sentence, right? What are those three things? These three things are tenses, numbers and persons. When we talk about tense, you can see here these are present, past and future. Of course, there are only three tenses. Whenever we talk about person, you can see again here that we are talking about first person, second person and third person. And when we are talking about number, then we have only two things, that is singular and plural. You may have this chart for better understanding. Proceeding forward, now when I have said that these verbs changes according to the three things in a sentence, any one of these things may be acting as a change. So first of all, we'll be talking about the tenses of a sentence. So tenses, when that means present, past and future. If I say about this example, I play cricket every day. I play cricket every day, then that is your present tense. We all know that, right? Now, if we change this sentence, like I played cricket every day, or I played cricket yesterday, anything like that, you may have this particular sentence for better clearance. So now when I change my sentence from present to past, what I've changed? I've changed the verb that was play, and now it is played. Now all those verbs that changes according to the as I said, tense, person and number in a sentence are called finite verbs. Here also play was a finite verb. Fine. Now I hope you all have understood that when a sentence changes according to the tenses. Proceeding now, we'll be talking about the person. Now first person, second person, third person. What are this person? You may refer here for the better understanding. Now I take a sentence. I run a mile daily. Now this is I. We talk about this is as first person. So we all know, or other hand, there is an exception. I think you all have remembered that with singular verb we use ses, and with plural we don't use ses in fact. So this is the way. But yes, on the other hand, I want you all to remember, or make you all remember, that I and you are acting as an exception. Means despite of being the singular, we don't use ses along with the verb, right? So I've used I run a mile daily. So you may refer this here for the better understanding. So I, despite of being singular, we don't use s. On the other hand, if I change the subject, I change the subject from he. Look at the second sentence there. If I change the subject to he, then the sentence will be he runs a mile daily. Notify the change that is there, that happened with the verb run. Earlier it was run and now it is runs. To make you all understand more clearly, if I remove the subject from I remove the subject I, and I use anything else, any other subject, that is plural in fact. So for example, if I say we, so it will be we run a mile daily. So again, this is plural and we don't use ses along with this the subject, along with the verb. So all the verb that changes according to the person is again called as finite verb. Now we proceed towards the number. Now as I said, that numbers are only two types, singular and plural. We all know that, right? So if I say apple is of red color, apple is of red color, one apple, that is why we are using is singular. On the other hand, if you change apples are of red colors. Now you can very clearly notify that this is changed to are, because we are talking about singular and plural. So I think I am able to make you all understand that all the verbs that changes according to the person, number and tense are called finite verbs. On the very contrary, if we talk about the non-finite verb, then this will be simply a contrast. You can here refer to it all those verbs that don't change according to the tense, person and number. Fine. Now, whenever I talk about when they don't change, so let's look at an example. I found his office at a walking distance. I found his office at a walking distance. Now, I found his office there. Now if we notify, then there are two verbs, one is found and another is walking, two verbs, right? So if we talk about this in a very changed format, for example, I say Akash will find his office at a walking distance. Now remember, the first sentence that I said, it was past tense. The second sentence that I said, it is of future tense. But did you remember, did you notice one thing, that the verb that was walking never changed, right? In the first sentence also it was walking, and in the second sentence also it is walking. So the verb that don't change according to the sentences, according to the tense, are called non-finite verbs. Now there will be one question, that if non-finites don't change and they don't act as a verb, then they what act as, right? So the answer to this question are, you can refer here in the box, they act as adjective, noun and adverb. Remember, non-finite verbs oftenly act as adjective, noun and adverb. These three things are the major thing for you to understand that which verb is finite or which verb is non-finite. Also remember, all the finite verb will be always and always acting as the main verb in a sentence. I repeat, all the finite verbs means the verb that changes according to the tense and all, they will always be acting as the main verb of a sentence. And all those verbs that don't act as main verb, they act as the adjective, noun and adverb, they are called the non-finite verbs. Proceeding forward, if I talk about the sleeping cat is brown, the sleeping cat is brown. So we are talking about an adjective of the particular cat, right? So the cat, how is the cat? What is the cat doing? In fact, the cat is sleeping. So sleeping is here acting as an adjective in a sentence, but eventually it is an verb. So this is not changing, in fact, right? If we change the tense, like the sleeping cat was brown, the sleeping cat will be brown. You go in a room, you find whichever cat will be sleeping is brown. So I told every sentence, every possible changes in this sentence, but yes, the verb that is acting as an adjective here will not change to anything else. So it will always be in a one form, that is sleeping. So this is called your non-finite verb. Here sleeping is acting as an adjective. Now let us move to the noun. All the verbs that act as a noun. Running is a good habit. Running is a good habit. So running here, it is acting as a noun. So the subject of the particular sentence is the running. So again, this will not be changed. Running is a good habit. Running was a good habit. Running will be a good habit. You do anything, but the verb eventually running will not change, because this is non-finite verb. Lastly, as I said, it is an adverb. Let us talk about the adverb. Alia went to UK to study. Alia went to the UK to study. Here, this word to study is also acting as an a verb. Eventually it is a verb, obviously, but yes, it is acting as an adverb. So if it change, Alia will go to USA to study. Alia is going to USA to study. You do any tense in the sentence, but the to study, the study will never change, because it is acting as an adverb in a sentence. So all the verbs that act as an adjective, noun and adverb, they don't change, and that's why they are called as non-finites. And all the verbs that changes according to the tenses, person and number are called the finite verbs. So I hope I have made you all very clear about this finite and non-finite verbs. I will be bringing more and more videos on the very topic eventually on my channel. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe and hit that bell icon. If you like the video, do give a thumbs up, and yes, very important, do comment here, because that motivates me a lot. With this, thank you, and we'll be seeing you again in new video.